Scientific Publication Industry Drama, Part 2. There are a lot of journals that publish science, and one of the most common ways to assess a journal's quality is its impact factor. It's based on how frequently other scientists will cite the papers published in that journal, i.e., how frequently other scientists find the journal useful for their own research. Generally, it's assumed that higher impact factor score correlates with higher quality. That's why researchers fight so hard to get their work published in high impact factor journals. And it all gets calculated by this organization called Clarivate Analytics. As a result of their decision to do away with the traditional peer review process, the journal eLife has been stripped of their impact factor score entirely. Clarivate Analytics has essentially blacklisted them, and it's raised some interesting questions. See, just like there are scientists who think that the peer review process needs to be overhauled, there's also a lot of scientists who think that impact factor is not actually a very good way to measure the quality of a scientific publication. Higher impact factor means more respect for a journal, which means that scientists will be more likely to read and cite that journal, which means higher impact factor. In theory, that means that the quality of the science in that journal will continue to rise. But it might simultaneously mean that impact factor itself is kind of a popularity contest, and maybe not the most accurate way to reflect the quality of the science within that particular journal. The people behind the Declaration on Research Assessment have even accused Clarivate of holding way too much power as a single entity in deciding what's considered high-quality science, essentially holding the publication industry ransom. So, is eLife right? Is providing transparent access to expert critiques an adequate replacement for traditional peer review? Are impact factor scores so irrelevant that they can get away with not having one at all? And if so, what other metrics can scientists use to measure the quality of a journal? The results of scientific research are only worth something if they are vetted for quality and shared equitably and transparently. But what exactly is the best way to do that?